Hello and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance. This is the 2024 Director's Cut to the Switch exclusive Shin Megami Tensei V, developed by Atlus and published by Sega. I'm very excited about this game. I really want to play it, and I'm a big fan of the Shin Megami Tensei series. So this game is a JRPG. As one would expect from an SMT game or a Persona game, with all of the trappings and systems that you would come to love from those games. And something that people don't really know about me is that I actually do really like JRPGs. I just don't often get a chance to play them because, in general, I'm pretty, I guess, audience-driven, right? And playing JRPGs on stream is great and all, but people generally like the more action-oriented, gameplay-focused games, and those are the games that are very easy to commentate over. JRPGs are fun because they're these kind of serialized stories you get to experience, and they have strategic gameplay as well, and you have to learn enemies and enemy patterns, and turn-based fighting and stuff has strategy to it. But in general, they're much more chilled out experiences, and sort of retroflexively, they don't have a lot of voice acting typically, and that means I have to do a lot of reading, and that's really exhausting to do on stream, just for like long marathon periods. But I'm also sort of unable to bring myself to play things if I'm not recording them. It's very hard for me to just play a game and not try to make something out of it. So I figured, why not just go ahead and play this game the way that I would normally play it, which is just very relaxed, very chilled. I'll read out dialogue that isn't voiced, but other than that, I'm not gonna go super hard on it. I'm not gonna try to crack too many jokes, and if I don't have anything to purposefully say, then I'm not gonna try and fill dead air. There might be whole episodes of this playthrough where I only say a few things, and you know what? I think that's fine. And we'll see how this experiment goes. So for those of you that like to watch my videos and fall asleep to them, this playthrough will probably be for you. So we're going to play the game on normal. In general, for JRPGs, I tend to think that hard modes are less of a skill-based increase in challenge and more just a tedium increase. They generally don't change up encounters too much, and what they do is require you to invest more time in leveling. You need more experience to level up, or enemies hit harder, so you need to grind more to offset the amount of damage they do. Or items cost more, right? And all that really is an investment in time. It's not really an investment in understanding the system. So we're just going to play on normal. I think that's fine. When I contemplate the brevity of man's life, I am indifferent to worldly things. How many are the days I spend in thought? The Manyoshu. It's a Japanese historical document.
Long ago, the world of order was created by God, and his servants, the angels, led it on its proper course. It was in such a world that countless mortals led happy, fruitful, and prosperous lives by his grace.
However, even God's world is not eternal. The pure, unsullied path that God had forged will, as fate dictates, become a muddled, poisonous swamp at the hands of humankind.
Disrupted order begets chaos, and chaos will likewise be consumed by order in turn.
How will these keepers of knowledge strive and perish during their final, futile hours in this doomed world?
Let us watch them at our leisure until the new ruler is seated upon the throne.
What is this? A passing soul?
So humans are bearers of knowledge. It's like a Garden of Eden thing.
This is a path linked to the future. The choices you make will affect the very course of the world. Stay your hand now. The soul of that girl cannot be permitted to exist.
By her very nature, she will lead the world into chaos and ruin. She must remain sealed here for all eternity.
To take the girl from this place will lead not to the future destined for this world, but to a world yet unknown.
Knowing only this, will you still take her hand?
So this is the first choice of Vengeance. This decides which canon you're playing. And I know that I mentioned that this is like a director's cut of Shin Megami Tensei V, but it's more accurate to call it like an expansion and like a re-release, because the Canon of Vengeance, the new storyline created by taking this character's hand, apparently doesn't overwrite the Canon of Creation, which is the original Shin Megami Tensei V story. In fact, you are meant to play them both. They're sort of splits, so they're kind of route splits for your character. So we're gonna take her hand and see, or we're not gonna take her hand, I should say, and we're gonna play through the Canon of Creation and see how it differs from the Canon of Vengeance, which we'll play after we finish this in New Game Plus.
You have chosen well. That girl's soul cannot be permitted to exist.
As long as she remains bound to this place, the world shall be guided to its destined future.
Canon of Creation, start.
All right, listen up. Everyone should have their own personal tablets now, but it sounds like some of you still need to get them registered. Those temp accounts are about to expire, so anyone who's been putting it off better get on that.
All right, Yahagi. Oh, this is our first name. Kaoru. Yahagi is our last name. So our character's name will be Yahagi Kaoru. They put it in English name order, but I use Japanese. So Kaoru is the first name.
One other thing. It's been getting pretty dangerous out there. Remember the buddy system. Go back to the dorm in groups. That's it for homeroom.
Thank you, sir.
Interesting. Students were advised to head home in groups. You should look for a classmate to walk with.
Hey!
Speaking of all this scary stuff, I heard a first year got attacked near the station. Apparently the shadow came right at her. A shadow? What do you mean?
Well...
I mean, that's how she described it. She said all she saw was some kind of black fog. But when it touched her bag, the material got all torn up. Like, literally, cuts started appearing, like from a knife. What? That makes no sense. Okay. The students are too busy talking. Doesn't seem like you can walk home with them.
Hey.
Hey, so you're talking to that geek from the next class over. What was his name? Dazai Ichiro?
Yeah.
Dazai, yeah. I guess he's making videos, trying to put together this web series. Asked me about that slasher incident at the tunnel. Oh, right. That stuff about some invisible guy with a knife makes you wonder what the real story is there. Yeah. Seemed like that was Dazai's point. So he's going to solve the mystery of the slasher in the tunnel. Really hyping himself up, you know? Too busy talking. What do these guys have to say?
Hey there!
Want to know who I think the biggest name at the school is? It's got to be Yuzuru. Atsuta Yuzuru, right? The honor student from Class B? I guess he's the best we've got in academics, yeah. But in terms of girls, it'd be Isono Kamitao, right? She's smart, a great athlete, nice. She's got it all.
Hey!
Hey, I'm smart, I'm athletic, I'm nice. Interesting. So this is just telling us about quest markers. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm just looking through the controls. What are the different... Oh, interesting. Type 1 is switch buttons. And then standard is just automatically based on what kind of controller you have. Neat. Camera controls. Move this. Sure, this is fine. Oh, pulls me back a little bit. That's much better. That's a more roomy camera angle.
Everything all right?
You want to walk home together? Nah, going home in a group sounds like a right pain in the ass. I'm just gonna go it alone. If you can't find anyone else, maybe you should do the same, huh? The student went home by himself. He decided to go home alone as well.
Hey, you heading back alone?
Atsuta Yuzuru. Yuzuru is an interesting name for a guy. It's kind of feminine.
You heard that talk about it being safer to go home in groups, right? You should walk with us.
I don't want to. Sure. Let's say sure. Let's be nice.
Oh! Hey, you two! Over here!
Isono Kamitao. Oh, this is the smart, athletic girl. Okay. Miss Popular.
Oh, hi there.
Atsuta Miyatsu. So this must be Yuzuru's sister?
I didn't know you knew him, Miyazu.
I mean, not really.
They've met in passing. I think Miyazu and I ran into him a couple times.
Yeah, Tao. Something like that.
Aw, you're lucky your big brother looks out for you so much, huh?
I guess.
We're the only family we've got. I don't think it's that strange to look out for my little sister.
Sure. So, how about we all walk home together?
All right. Karu attends Join High School. Not too far from there, he lives at the Join High School dormitory along with the other students. In the commute to and from school, the shortest route is to pass through the connecting passageway at Shinagawa Station. Quickest way is to go through there. Okay, let's talk to these people on the map. This is what the overworld in Shin Megami Tensei games typically looks like. Where are you going? The station's this way. This tunnel makes my skin crawl, and the ceiling's real low, too. What tunnel? This place has been getting so dangerous. A lot of weird stuff's been going on lately. Suicide rate going up, random assaults across the city happening at the same time. People online would say it's because of the monsters in the city. As if the whole thing wasn't surreal enough, blaming it on monsters, I'd laugh about it if I could. It's pretty typical for a Shin Megami Tensei opening. You get a little bit of an ominous NPC, stuff like that. You know, talking about things being bad right before the needle drop of the gimmick of all of these games.
Oh, right. Tao, you said you wanted to talk about something? Oh, it's nothing. I've just been having these weird dreams lately. I keep hearing this distant voice, like someone far away is calling out to me. It keeps getting closer and closer, but just when it seems like they've almost found me, I wake up. And I keep having that dream every night. Kinda getting to me. I wish someone could tell me what it all means.
Probably a reflection of something subconscious. Maybe you're just stressed over the future. It would make sense since...
Something going on?
Looks like. Here, I'll go check it out.
Seems like something's happened at the station. You should take a look. Okay.
Hey!
Oh, come on. Shinagawa's a pain in the ass to get around without the trains.
Huh?
Another murder. This one's just as brutal as the others.
I'm sorry, but there's been an incident inside. You'll have to take an alternate route.
Okay. There's blood everywhere past that sheet. It was horrible.
Something going on?
Most people are just focused on all the blood in the body or whatever's left of it. Thought I saw some shadowy figure running away, but I'm not sure. Am I the only one who noticed? Oh, but one of those high school boys went running in the same direction. Some kid with glasses. Guess that was Yuzuru? Thought I was lucky since it wasn't that crowded. Man, I just can't catch a break.
Hey there!
Oh, you're from Joeen High? Yeah, sounds like they closed the whole area off. I don't think anyone's getting back to the dorms this way. Someone was saying some kind of wild animal escaped from the zoo across from the station, and that's why there's all this mess.
Do you have a moment?
Is that the best story they could think of? There's an aquarium across from the station. Yeah, like this is all thanks to some fish flopping around. The entire path is blocked off by a blue sheet. Doesn't look like you can pass through.
Hey!
Hey, I heard someone got eaten. Was it some kind of wild animal?
Huh?
Tried to get a look, but it's hard to tell. Blood everywhere, though. I gotta record this. This is gonna blow up online. Looks like something happened here. The onlookers are talking about it. Oh, Tao left.
Oh, hi. My brother came back, but he needed to take a call or something. Walked off somewhere. Then Tao got a message too. She went looking for somewhere quiet to try calling back. Would you mind checking up on my brother? I know he's always looking after me, but I get worried about him too.
Fine, I guess.
Thanks. I'll just wait here in case Tao comes back.
Sure. Huh, this place has been getting so dangerous. The station's closed off? Doesn't seem like Yutsuru went this way. Saw a high school kid with glasses head into that tunnel. But man, look how creepy it is. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. Okay. Takanawa Tunnel.
All right. So word on the street is a bunch of monsters have been seen hanging around this tunnel.
Is that freckles or acne? It looks like acne. That's interesting. Dazai Ichiro.
Yow! Sheesh! Ceiling's pretty low. Pretty dark in here, too. Looks dangerous.
So this is the nerdy weirdo. Chuiji Tensha Kara. Something. Get off your bike if you're gonna go under so you don't hit your head.
All right. Enough screwing around. Let's go even deeper, yeah? I think we might be onto something big.
Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here, weirdo?
Long, long ago, before these creatures known as humans gained knowledge, the god of law seated himself upon the throne of creation. He seized all knowledge from the other gods, rebuking them, so they could never dare to approach the throne.
Reducing them to mere demons. The fruit of knowledge was secreted away in a paradise of his own creation. One day, a serpent sought out the mortals, seeking to tempt them into doing his will.
Eat the fruit of knowledge in this paradise, and you will become more like God.
The serpent's goal was to revive the war of the myriad gods. Oblivious to the serpent's machinations, the mortals of each realm ate the fruit, one after another, without fail.
The knowledge they devoured then bound to their souls, birthing humans closer to gods.
When the god of law saw this, he banished all humanity from his paradise in a fit of rage.
Interesting.
Humans, you curious creatures infused with precious knowledge.
Know that you are observed by countless demons, waiting for their chance to strike.
So does this take place after the law ending of a different Shin Megami Tensei game? That's interesting. That's what it seems to imply. That Dazai again.
How can this be? A human walks among us. This is no place for one such as you. I shall grant you sanctuary. Fortunate an angel of Bethel found you. Were it an agent of chaos in my stead, you may not be alive. Remain calm and keep still. You will be safe momentarily.
So yeah, the apocalypse happened. This is the needle drop for all Shin Megami Tensei games. No matter how many times you look, it's the same seemingly endless ocean of sand. It's safe to assume this isn't a dream. You decide to move onward for now. It's very cool. The art style for this game looks great. Little footsteps in the sand. Oh man, Tokyo got blown apart. So humans are like bearers of knowledge because they ate the fruit, the apple of Eden or whatever. And that brought them closer to God, so God cast them out. So they opposed the law, the order he created. Those must be the agents of chaos.
Target confirmed.
Who's this guy? This Power Ranger looking dude.
Young man, if you wish to live, take my hand.
Oh, we're like unraveling. Okay. I was wondering how we'd get to this design. This is on the cover of the game. I like it. I like the hair.
So the Nahobino make themselves known again after all this time. Knowledge and life have remained separate until now. Perhaps the future is secured.
Knowledge and life.
Light or dark, you may chase whatever you please. I shall await you in the realm beyond the earth and heavens. Until then, may your newfound power guide your survival.
First combat? Yeah. So they mentioned knowledge.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
You and I are now one. We have ascended to become a being known as a Nahobino. Our form is based on my own appearance, but your knowledge seems to be the basis of our consciousness. I shall obey your will. Command me in battle, that we may best fight as one.
Okay. So we've become a creature known as a Nahobino, which is like a fusion of maybe an angel and a human who has eaten the fruit of knowledge. So it's like a being closer to godhood. That's why he said it was an ascension. This is just explaining how combat works. I don't need it to explain it to me. The Shin Megami Tensei game has a system called the press turn system, where you score extra turns by hitting enemy weaknesses, and enemies score extra turns by hitting your weaknesses. The balance of the game is figuring out how to maximize the amount of turns you get in a row while also minimizing the amount of risk you have to getting your turn stolen by the enemy. Maintaining your resources so they don't dry up. I get additional action because I hit the enemy's weakness. Okay. 75 Maka, we got to level up. Interesting. Omaga Toki critical. Magatsuhi skill. Innate skill. Matagatsuhi spring. Leveled up, you allocate your points to build stats. In general, SMT protagonists are best built for physical because that covers all the things you typically would want the protagonist to do, while other characters, other demons that you recruit, party members, are going to be better at magic. Not always, but generally. Physical also is like usually the
all hostile targets eliminated.
Easiest like skill to dedicate to a protagonist. So where are we?
This place is what is now called the Netherworld. It seems its demon inhabitants were targeting you.
Netherworld.
The Netherworld, the place the demons call home. You saw them. They are descendants of the gods of old, known now as demons. This is their world. But do not worry. I, Proto-Fiend Aogami, am here to assist you. Together, we have become a being known as a Nahobino. This new body should allow us to fend off the demons. Let us keep this form until we reach a safe location. I'd like you to go here, as it should help us get a better grasp of this world.
Okay. Interesting. So, this is the Netherworld, but there was this from Tokyo here. So did the Netherworld collapse into our world? The tunnel has all but collapsed. It's full of sand. It seems like that's the case. It seems like the Netherworld and Earth merged somehow. But at the same time, we know humans were cast out by God. So maybe the Netherworld is just the angels' term for, I don't know. The Nahobinos, or the angels' term for Earth.
You seem worn out from that last battle. Perhaps you should gather some Magatsuhi.
Magatsuhi.
This world is filled with Magatsuhi. Brimming with spiritual power, it is the source of a demon's strength. The lights you see around us are the crystallized forms of Magatsuhi.
Okay.
What? Young man, can you not see them? Perhaps you aren't accustomed to your new body just yet. Focus and try looking again.
He mentioned that he's a proto-fiend. So that's similar to a demi-fiend, which was the protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei V Nocturne.
Were you able to see them? Yes, those are Magatsuhi crystals. Magatsuhi can give us strength as well. If you see any, don't hesitate to claim it for yourself.
Okay. 3 colored lights that can be seen on the map are Magatsuhi crystals. Green crystals restore HP, while yellow crystals restore MP. Red crystals store Magatsuhi, which is needed for special skills. Okay. That's a convenient... It's actually very generous to give us this kind of resource for a Shin Megami Tensei game. Because, as I mentioned before, the big hurdle in SMT games is... the big hurdle in these games is maintaining your resources so that you can keep, like, over the long haul of a dungeon, like, keep targeting weaknesses and stuff. Some people allow you to jump over these obstacles. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay. Climbing points refer to the square blocks the red edges seen on the map. You can climb on top of these by pressing B when you face them. Sure. Okay. I have to look at the voice actors. I think the English voice actor, if I have to guess, for this character, Kaoru, is Casey Mongolo, who I've met. This is like the 3rd game with them I've played on the channel. They're really nice. I played Bloody Roar with them. They're a cool person. Goals and objects you see on the map are treasure boxes. These can be destroyed with the Nahobino sword attack. Whenever you see one, try pressing it and pressing X. Sure. Zing. There we go. 500 Maka. Alright, cool. Now I have a lot of the HUD turned off because I just don't want it to burn in on my screen. Oh yeah, Tokyo Tower.
Observe, young man. This land is known as the Netherworld.
Isn't that Tokyo Tower?
I've heard that this place was once known as Tokyo. But that time has passed. Now it is the Netherworld, a land dominated by demons.
What happened?
I'm afraid I lack the data needed to answer your inquiry right now, young man. All I can remember is that there was a battle here in days past between gods and demons. 2 great forces clashed right here in front of Tokyo Tower. I know this because I was there as well. Despite this, however, the data containing my memory of what followed has been damaged. The only other memory I have is of my mission to protect you.
It seems this Aogami character can't explain anything further.
Young man, perhaps we could make our way to Tokyo Tower? If we return to the last location in my memory, I may be able to remember something else.
Going with Aogami's suggestion seems to be the best course of action for now. Accepted the quest, The Lay of the Land. As you progress through the main story, a quest may naturally trigger. These are called main quests. Main quests are different from optional subquests, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do pretty much as many of the subquests as possible. I'm pretty sure that, like Shin Megami Tensei games before this, you know, there are going to be multiple endings, and they're going to be determined by, like, the choices you take and the subquests that you do. And if it's anything like 4 and 4 Apocalypse, some quests will be exclusive to certain routes, so you just have to, or like dependent on certain routes, so you really want to just do basically every one that pops up for you, if available. Neat. What's that?
After comparing this blue pillar of light with my data, I have concluded this is a Leyline fount. A Leyline fount is a point from which the Earth's energy overflows. As one might surmise, it holds incredible power. Not only can it heal those who touch it, but it can also instantly teleport one to another location. Considering the damage sustained in your previous battle, I recommend you verify its healing capabilities.
Okay. That sounds good. Pre-rendered cutscene.
Well, you're a peculiar one, aren't you? Really now? You want to know where you are? Why, this is the place I call home. As you can plainly see, I'm a bit of a collector of sorts. It's easy living. What with the riffraff out there and me in here. Still, a demon like you's a first. One body, sure, but I can sense two spirits within, no doubt about it. Pleasure having you.
Keeper of the Cadaver's Hollow, boss of the Mimon, Gustav.
You may call me Gustav. See something you like? It's all yours. For a small fee, of course. So, off to Tokyo Tower, are we? And you found little old me while trying to harvest the power of the Leyline fount, yes? Then you ought to do yourself a favor and make a purchase. I'll sell you what you crave, long as you've got the Maka. Give yourself an edge against the demons, why don't you?
So what'll it be? Anything I got, it's yours for a small fee, of course. Ooh. This is solid. So having medicine
Looking to buy it?
is always good.
Say thanks.
Dampeners seem really useful. Nullifies a fire attack against all allies once for one turn. These seem extremely good.
Looking to buy it? Say.
I'm gonna guess that the most likely we're gonna encounter are the electricity and fire.
Say thanks. Need anything else? Satisfied your curiosity, have you? Allow me to send you back on your way. Before that, however, I couldn't help but think our meeting like this must be fate. So perhaps you can do me a favor. I'm rather taken with the human knickknacks and relics of yore, so I got some pawns to go out and fetch them for me. Mimon, they're called. Trouble is, they're fickle, and even worse, forgetful. Oftentimes, they give up the search and do whatever they please. They're useless. That said, if you happen to run across any, mind sending them back old Gustav's direction? I'll see to it you're rewarded. Also, I've taken liberty to connect this place to the Leyline fount. Feel free to come and go as you fancy. Till next time. Oh, yes, of course. Here, allow me to show you the ins and outs of the Leyline fount. I can use the flow to heal you if you fancy. But I can't do it for free. Cough up a little Maka, however, I'll set you right as rain. Be good to remember that, eh?
Cadaver's Hollow has been unlocked. Recovery has been unlocked. Leyline founts can be found throughout the Netherworld and provide services such as healing and traveling to Cadaver's Hollow. Other services will become available as the game progresses. Leyline founts make for good checkpoints when exploring the Netherworld, so be sure to activate any that you come across.
There was an unexpected meeting, but we were able to confirm the fount's capabilities. As we make our way to Tokyo Tower, I recommend we look for the Mimon, as we were asked.
You received 2 items from the downloadable content Sacred Treasures set. Hara Edo bead. Okay. Gleam grenade. Oh, because I bought the limited edition or whatever. Chronicle deed, Cadaver's Hollow, recovery. Okay, so I'm still at low health because I didn't pay to recover. Interesting. Alright, well, we should go look for the Mimon.